Okay, so this is part 2. I forgot to state the date as well in the first video. So it's Tuesday, the 3rd of December 2013. Okay, and the time is 8:45 in the evening. Okay, so an example of where a coach with no knowledge of the laws is in football, where they're teaching a group of 6-year-olds, and one of them does a 2-footed tackle, and the coach tells him off, which stops him doing it again and stops everyone else doing it. And it also teaches them fair play as well. Just go down. The reason why they need to have those qualities I mentioned in the other video is so that it teaches younger participants about fair play and etiquette, so they don't turn out. They play the game by the rules and don't play dirty, and it also reduces the chance of people getting hurt and injury, which is key, really. Next part is understanding participants' physical needs. So basically, they need to know all their participants' medical history. So if there's if they got any disabilities, so if so, they can adapt their training so that they don't feel left out. Same at age as well. They should know what age they're at, so they know what skill levels, what drills to use that are the appropriate skill level for that age group, because you don't want to try something that's really hard for a group of under 12s, because they just won't be good at it, and it will lower their self-esteem and motivation because they can't do it. So yeah, an example is a coach in rugby will monitor a player's diet who's underperforming to see if their diet is making them perform bad, and then if it is, they'll give them a better diet plan. Why do they need it? Why do they need these qualities? Well, so that they can understand what players' lifestyles like, so they can develop a better relationship between them. They can know who's fitter in the squad, who isn't, who needs to work more on what, and so no one feels left out, that everyone's catered for. So every player has their own specific needs catered for, so there's no crossover. Okay, try and switch slides again, because we're moving on to characteristics. If it wants to move slides, here we go. Right, okay. So start off with empathy. So they should be sensitive towards participants, and they should appreciate different cultures, and most importantly, make sure they understand them, because they gotta sympathise and empathise with them, so and understand it. An example when a coach will use this is when they know something's happened to a participant, some family issue, maybe they're suffering from a grievance in the family, and you have to be kind to them and put yourself in their shoes and what they're feeling like, and just be nice to them basically, and take their mind off things. Why they need that characteristic is they need to be approachable and sensitive, so you can understand participants and know their problems, because if you're not approachable, then they won't come anywhere near you, they won't talk to you about their problems. It should be approachable, which means that you should be wearing the correct kit all the time. You should be motivated towards the sport, you should be enthusiastic, be positive, and make sure you have open body language as well. Don't make yourself seem intimidating to participants, otherwise they will be intimidated themselves to come near you and talk to you. For example, if participants having a problem and they need to talk to you about something, if you're not approachable, then they won't feel comfortable talking to you. So that's obviously quite key. Why they need to have this is they need the correct kit to encourage participants to wear the kit, because if they turn up in their jeans and casual wear, then participants will think it's okay for them to do it as well, and wearing the correct kit as well will help them perform in a safe way. So yeah, that applies for elites and non-elites. Like every coach should be approachable, because everyone has problems and everyone needs someone to talk to, and regardless, the problems won't be any bigger at elite level than what they will with non-elite. Like, it could be anything from silly as their wife's left them, or well, that's not silly, but you know what I mean. The last one is patience. I mean, if you take time explaining, you need to take time in explaining what needs to be done, then so participants can understand, because younger ones you may have to explain it 2-3 times because they might not get what they have to do. An example is when telling a child what to do when they're messing around, you need to calm them down and give them warnings. So if they're messing around, just be calm, be the mature one. If you become aggressive, then you may scare them, you may scare them from coming anywhere near you, coming to your sessions anymore, which is not what you want. You want them to learn their lesson, know what they're doing is wrong, but not to completely scare them off. And lastly, why you need that is, if someone is a slow learner, you will have to have patience to keep with them and keep on teaching them so they don't get left behind, which is vital, because if you let someone drift off behind, then they won't feel good about themselves, and they will they won't enjoy themselves as much. And you need to, because that's what's keeping them in it, especially at a younger age. In elite level, that's slightly different, but non-elite, younger participants, they need to have that motivation. They need to be, keep up with the rest, otherwise they won't do it. But it's slightly different it's not slightly different. I mean, same with elderly people as well. If they feel as if they aren't as good as everyone else, they may not come. I mean, they come for the fun, but if they don't feel as if they're good enough to everyone else, when compared to everyone else, then they may not come. Okay, so that is all of it. Okay, and that's it.